trying to work on that move. I'm not sure. I haven't researched it. Or college. No, or your NIL deal. Y'all got so many options. So whichever route you go, you choose that route. Now you got the game, you got your resume, you work on your resume. College is when you start working on your college, overseas, and I mean your if you're in college and you got an NIL deal or overtime league, G League, that's when you're working on your resume. Okay, it's gonna be politics if you're overtime league, G League, overseas. That's why I said you got to be marketable. You got to be coachable. You got to be able to adapt to any situation you're thrown in. So know multiple positions in high school. Learn the point, learn the shoot, learn the two, learn the three, learn the four, learn the five. Get with a coach that can teach you all of those positions and not limit you to just one position. That's another thing I don't like about these certain coaches. Coaches will be like, "Oh, you're tall, throw you on the post." No. Now the way this game is played, where everybody's like 6'6" at a point. Nah, that kid's 6'4". That kid needs to know the point. He needs to know the two. He may not grow no more because they're projecting. Okay, he's 6'4", freshman. He still got growing to do. He might hit a growth spurt and become 6'8", 6'9". No, that didn't happen with me. I was like, no, I had a notification of someone who liked the TikTok video. I was 6'2". I might have grown to 6'4", saying yeah. Wasn't taught the three, two, or the one. I had to learn the three in college, right? I tell people all the time, I had to work. If I'd have worked on my mental and had the confidence like I do now when I go play, back then, yes, undoubtedly I probably would have played in the higher leagues overseas, or maybe have my one chance at the NBA. You know, so study this game, learn it, find a player that's in the league who's the same height as you, and mimic his or her style. When I say her, WNBA, no women can hoop in the WNBA. I love watching WNBA women play because it's skill, it's fundamentals, it's skill. They're not fast. They're not athletic. They're just skilled. You know. You'll see their bigs do a post move. NBA, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Try getting DeAndre Jordan to be on the block by himself and do a post move and it be successful. It ain't happening. And so then once you so whichever route you decide to go, be a student of the game. Try to do what the coach is asking you to do. But don't be afraid to, pull a coach to say, hey, coach, I see this. And you build that connection because that's also how the coach can trust you. Pull them over privately and start and talk to him as to what you're seeing in the game, how you feel certain things can work. If he doesn't use it, then you might need to find you new teams. Saying. And then you build your connections when you're G League, overtime, overseas. You build your connections. You keep your nose clean. You don't get into no trouble because they're watching and you're under a microscope. And then when you get your shot at the NBA and you make it, you make a name for yourself. You become even more hungrier. You know, you study it even more. You take care of your body more because you want longevity in the league. You don't want your career cut short due to injuries. I mean, it happens, but you don't want it to be that. You know, you don't. And when you're NBA, start make a business, buy some businesses. You know, invest your money, crypto, stocks, bonds, that type of stuff. So when you're done playing, you've accumulated so much passive income. You don't have to work for money like some of these other people do. You could really just and you could live, enjoy life, or you could just be like, hey, now if you work, you just doing it just to do it. You know. But yeah, guys, that's my little take. If you follow those instructions, you will put yourself in a good position to either play overseas, play in the overtime league, or the G League. But it starts with building a following on social media platforms, working on your craft, working on your weaknesses, being super skilled at one thing, being okay in other areas, and then working on weaknesses, working on your mental. That can be a weakness. Work on your mental, believe in yourself. If you have it here, you have it here. You're not afraid of that crowd. You don't care about the criticism. You don't care what teammates say. You believe in yourself and you have a strong mental. That trumps everything. Being able to play in any system, in any style. Being coachable, not being a hothead, keeping your composure even in key moments. Networking is so big now. Networking. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Y'all seen trash people play on these teams, and you like, how did you even get here? How did you even get a deal? Because they knew someone to put them in that position.